Hi everybody. Listen, today I'm going to be making a vegetable bed. Right? Now I do square foot gardening, and I do it in containers and beds, raised beds. And I'm going to make a raised bed out of this here. All right. And so the first thing I have to do is to approximate my size. Now, I want it approximately 4 feet. It's just a garden bed, so if it's a couple inches either way, I don't care. Uh, when I don't have a measuring tape at hand, this is what I use. This I learned from my father. You measure from here to here, and you know that distance from here to here is 8 inches. Right? So basically, I can measure this. 2, 3, 4, 6. So that's 48 inches to here, with a couple inches over, so it's like 50, maybe 51 inches total. Alright, I set this liner up. So anyway, we got everything cut to length. Alright, that's a quick way. And I'm going to take it over to where I'm going to be making the bed, and I'll see you in a minute. You see, why should I do all the work, right? She's going to eat the food too. Ha, mule! Ha! Ha! Ha, mule! Alright, that's good. That's good right there.
I should go get the one that fell.
You go get the one that fell. So I figure I'm going to put it here. Right? Alright. There's a bit of... I had to put an extra one here to get it level. It's no big deal. Then, we just start. I'm going to toenail these together. I just want it to... Let me get my hammer and nails.
And a belt.
A belt? What do I need a belt for? All I'm doing is toenailing it on just to keep it in place. In 4 or 5 years, I'll have to replace it, and I'll just cut it up, whatever's left for firewood. All right, and this will work. Basically, all I need it for is to hold soil in. Right? I could have spent a whole whack of money on pressure treated, but too short. But anybody who watches my channel realizes that I might be a bit cheap. Right?
You?
No, not me. Yeah, you keep making fun of me. You could sleep out here in this little log cabin.
Well, I'll have my little dog with me.
Huh? Yeah, well. Okay, this is it. I made a few more than I needed. Yeah, oh well. Now basically what I'm going to do now is I've got some cardboard and I'm going to lay the cardboard out here. I got a bunch of compost that I'm going to put in here, right? And some newspapers. And just do like a layer, you know, just make sure that everything down below is killed. All the grass is killed. Now, the thing is, you say, well, okay, it's only going up, what is that? A little over a foot. But the important thing about this is, down below, roots will travel down below. And so, you know, basically, you know, like a carrot, I believe a carrot root is like 4 feet long, so the carrot root will eventually, when I do put carrots in here, I have no idea what I'm going to put in here yet. But when I do, now what I like about this is, I can work here, right? This is the ideal size. I can get all the way around this, right? And I can get at everything. It's this method really does produce results. You're able to, and you know, the beauty of this is that you know, you got a number of these beds. You can take them and like every year use one as compost. You know, all this kind of stuff, and also you know, it's just made much easier to maintain what you have in here. And I've got approximately 16 square feet because it's approximately 4 feet. So the square foot gardening, if you use Mel Bartholomew's square foot gardening method, this is just ideal. And also, if you put mulch on top of it using the Ruth Stout method, it works even better because you have, you know, each individual plant has a square foot, or like, you know, with carrots you put, I believe it's 9 carrots to a square foot. So ultimately, you know, this thing can grow 81 carrots. Yeah, 9 12s, no, 9 16s, 90 and 56, 146 carrots. And the carrots will just go huge. And I did this with corn. I believe you'd put corn 1 or 2 to a square foot. I can't recall. I have the book. I always go by the book. And you use the minimum amount of seed, and it really does work. When I lived in town, I was doing this, and they called me Dr. Frankenstein because I was getting such good results, and my neighbor didn't talk to me for about 3 months. He was so pissed off because I had never grown stuff before, and my garden was just flourishing because I used this method. And I also use containers. But anyway, you know, it's that simple. I mean, you can do this with any kind of scrap lumber. These are just some poles here. I cut all my firewood, you know, for next year, and there were a number of, and I did some thinning, and these are poles from the areas that I thinned, and I've got a lot of poles, and I said, well, you know, do I go out and buy some lumber, or do I use these poles? And I said, screw it. I mean, you know, this is renewable right now. There's other ones growing, so in 5 years I'll be able to harvest new poles to put in here, and quite a few of these will be burnable. But anyway, you know, that's your basic, simple gardening bed. And I mean, you know, it's 4 square feet. You live in the city, you got 200 square feet or 1,000 square feet in your backyard that's getting sun. you can put a number of these beds in there. And I mean, you could be growing a percentage of your food. And with the way that food is going up in price, right? I mean, this is a way for regular people to make some real investments. I mean, people are talking about investments. Buy gold, buy silver, right? People go in and to the stock market. I mean, they got to have their heads read there, right? This here has real returns. I mean, for a seed that costs a fraction of a cent, you get a carrot, or you get an onion, or you get lettuce. We're gonna have radishes in 3 weeks. We're gonna have lettuce in about a month and a half. Not in this bed, in one of the other beds that I have. Lettuce is what, $2.50 a piece now? Well, it is here. It is where I am, right? I mean, I'm gonna have a lettuce for a fraction of a cent. All I had to do, and you can keep lettuce growing here. You can keep lettuce growing until December, right? If you cover it up at night, and it's in a good place. So anyway, I really recommend this. I mean, you could even do this on a patio if you got a balcony that gets sun. You could you don't. I wouldn't do this, but I mean, you could get containers and you could grow a certain percentage of your food. And I think it's something that's well worth doing, and it's a lot of fun. I really do. I get a real charge out of it. I mean, for you younger studs out there, you're going out chasing the babes. And all, okay, yeah, gardening is not that big. But when you get to my age, hey, gardening's cool. All right. So anyway, Gary, thanks for this. Till the next time.